Have you ever stopped to ponder what would have happened if the events of the Second World War unfolded differently? One small change, one decision made differently, could have altered the course of our world as we know it. But let's not dive into the realm of speculation. Instead, we'll journey back in time, tracing the path of this monumental event in history, as it happened. The seeds of World War II were sown at the end of the First World War. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 left Germany feeling humiliated and economically crippled. Fast forward to the 30s, and Adolf Hitler rises to power, promising to restore Germany's pride and prosperity. In September 1939, Germany invades Poland. Britain and France declare war on Germany. This marks the beginning of World War II. The world watches in trepidation, not knowing what the future holds. By the summer of 1940, Germany has successfully invaded several countries in Western Europe. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the United States is maintaining its policy of isolation. But that changes on December 7, 1941, when Japanese forces attack Pearl Harbor. The next day, the United States declares war on Japan. Germany and Italy in turn declare war on the United States. The world is now truly at war. The tide of the war begins to turn in 1942. The Battle of Midway in June is a major victory for the Allies, marking a turning point in the Pacific. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Battle of Stalingrad is raging. It ends in February 1943, with a Soviet victory. This is another turning point in the war. Over the next 2 years, the Allies gradually regain territory from the Axis powers. By the spring of 1945, Allied forces are closing in on Germany from both the east and the west. In the Pacific, the United States is island-hopping towards Japan. In April, Adolf Hitler dies by suicide in his bunker in Berlin. Germany surrenders in May. The war in Europe is over. But in the Pacific it continues until August, when the United States drops atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrenders and World War II comes to an end. This war, the deadliest in human history, shaped our world in ways that still reverberate today. It was a war that saw the rise and fall of the Axis powers, the Holocaust, the use of nuclear weapons, and the beginning of the Cold War. It was a time of great upheaval and change, a time of heroes and villains, and a time that we should never forget. In this brief journey through World War II, we've traced the path from the rise of Hitler, the start of the war with the invasion of Poland, the entry of the United States after Pearl Harbor, the turning points at Midway and Stalingrad, the death of Hitler, and the end of the war in Europe, and finally, the end of the war in the Pacific with the dropping of the atomic bombs. Remember, history is not just a series of dates and events, it's a story of people, decisions, and moments that have shaped our world. The more we understand about our past, the better equipped we are to navigate our future. So, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning. Until next time, farewell.